I think that's fine. I think she's just stayed her. She's never changed. She's never tried to be anything that she's not, and she seems quite content with her badminton, and she didn't look sad to win the World Championship. She did look like she was happy, but yeah, I don't know. I think it stands out to me because it was so understated rather than everyone does big celebrations. I think it's just very cool that she was like thumbs up, little smile, back to the
like normal. Yeah.
To be honest, I would like to see her and Anders Skarrup playing mixed doubles together and winning a big tournament. Like, the difference in celebration would be.
Alright guys, welcome back to ShuttleSquad episode 48, and it's full house again. The full squad is in the building. Or
amazing.
In 4 different buildings.
True.
How's it going, guys? Good to see you again. Who wants to start?
All good so far.
Hey,
I'm also very
Hong Kong.
excited to be back on the podcast. So
Yeah, nice to have you back in full swing.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and Christo's just like hopped in from Hong Kong. It's cool.
Yeah, honestly, I was a bit scared. Now it's going okay with the Wi-Fi. I was scared about the internet because I'm trying to call my girlfriend, but it's always bugging and stuff. So I was like, oh, about the podcast, maybe it's a risk, but yeah, let's take it.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. If you have to leave, you just go. If you have no connection, we'll get it done.
Okay.
All good. Yeah, guys, where do we start? I think the last one that we recorded was actually a one-on-one with Christo during the World Championships, and I think that's quite a good place to start. We've talked about that event before it happened a lot, and now it's the first recording that we do afterwards. So maybe we can start with, Christo, we've talked a lot already about your experience. Maybe Kirsty, you also played there. How was it for you? How did you like it in Paris?
I did. I'm not gonna lie. Paris isn't like my favorite place, but it really grew on me this time. You know, I actually had like quite a nice experience. It was nice to just be in the city. I mean, French is my best second language. It's by no means good, but I at least understand a couple of words. I can get by. So yeah, it was nice to be in Paris, and the arena is nice. The event was organised well, everything like that. The badminton for me had a good first round against the Ugandan girl, so I could just kind of see what the hall was like. Try and get up to speed, and then my second round I lost to Huen from Vietnam. So yeah, I played a good game. She was quite smart. She changed her tactics a little bit. I had to try to adapt, and then I lost the second 23-21, so it's just on the day who can make those tiny decisions better, and it wasn't my day, so that's okay. I played some okay badminton, which is really just what I'm trying to do these days. Just try to play my best every time, learn as much as I can, even as a grandma at this old age. Bingo card, I spoke about my age.
Bingo card.
Yeah, so it was a nice World Championships for me. I don't think it's going to go down in the history books for me, but it's okay.
Did you enjoy the whole atmosphere and everything around the tournament?
Yeah, definitely. The French fans we saw from, in the last couple of years, but especially from Paris Olympics last year, they're so into their badminton. They're so knowledgeable. They're so passionate. Those giant cardboard cutout faces, that's new. That was cool.
That was really cool.
So yeah, they always bring the fire, the French fans, and I spent 7 years in Chambly in the French league, which I mean that was 8 years ago because I've since been in Denmark for 8 years. But some people still remember, and I heard some French voices in the crowd shouting for me. So that was also really nice. But yeah, the atmosphere in France and what French badminton have done to rally people around, and the spectators and the fans is really, really, really cool to see and really cool to be a part of and in the middle of. So yeah, it was nice.
Christo, do you know if there was if this little hooligan crowd in the most positive way that was under the roof in the arena all day, was that organized by the federation in some way, or did they organize themselves? Do you know that?
I think the federation has nothing to do about it, but there is kind of a group fan of the National Olympics Committee, something, which I think is fans to go over the biggest tournaments in France and just cheer for French people. And I think it's brand new, so we are maybe one of the first event to welcome this. So that's pretty nice. It was really nice to play with this.
Different sports, they just whatever's on, and there's a French person participating.
An association to just cheer for French players. So that's very nice.
How cool is that?
That is really cool. We need that in Germany as well.
Yeah.
That is such a good idea.
Honestly, we didn't know as players that we're gonna have this group. So it was pretty nice, and most players and French players asked from where they're coming and who organized that, and then the federation told us that it's mostly a group who now cheers for French players.
Awesome. You definitely have to tell them to come to HYLO Open as well. I think it's not that far away, so they should really, really come.
Oh, Marvin, I've got my own specific fan group at HYLO Open who I hope will be there this year. So I'll put in a good word for you. Maybe they'll cheer for you. Don't worry.
Nice. Thanks, Kirsty. Thanks, Kirsty.
No, that's actually really cool. I think in Germany we had the same idea for badminton with the good old DBV fan club, but it didn't really work yet. So, but that's a really cool initiative. That's something we have to implement in more countries. That's really, really nice. And they might have created a huge atmosphere. Ah, yeah? Okay.
I believe, yes.
Well, I was just speaking in the gym earlier today. So obviously Indonesia to us is this powerhouse nation in our badminton world. It's just they're right up there. They're top 3, top 5 badminton nations in the whole world. And then for the Paris Olympics, for example, I should have looked up the specific number before I came on, but I didn't know we would be talking about it. But I think the entire Indonesian Olympic team is something like 16 or some crazy small number, whereas Britain will send 300 and something, Germany will send 400, so we send these huge teams, and I think the entire Indonesian Olympic team, I can see Thommy trying to fact check this right now.
True.
It was some crazy small number. Yeah, and to us they're just this massive nation, but across other Olympic sports they're not as powerful. Do we
have
a
because
number?
All of them are playing badminton, and there's just a very limited number of players who can go to the badminton Olympics.
It's 29, still a low
29.
number. 16 men, 13 women.
Yeah.
In 12 sports. Yeah.
And imagine they have 300 million people, right?
I think
fourth
it was
biggest country or something, or third even, I don't know.
Yeah,
fourth.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And on those 29 people, athletes, how much of them is badminton athletes?
Oh yeah, that
probably
because
10.
I don't know if I can wait.
Yeah, I would say also maybe 2
I think
of each discipline and 2 pairs,
9
doubles,
badminton.
mix, and
Yes.
9 badminton.
9 badminton.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So 40% badminton or something like that. That's crazy.
We had one year at the HYLO Open where we had a lot of Indonesian fans and they were singing all the time. And then we brought a group of them, 20 people, into our studio and made a group interview with them. And they were so happy that we got them in the studio, and they said badminton is basically the only sport that we are really good at, so we love it so much and we put so much passion and energy into it. Yeah, that was really fun.
That's why it's also on TV much of the time, maybe.
Yeah,
probably. Marvin,
Definitely.
how was your World Championships experience?
Well, on the screen, I would say. But it was really nice to see the fans again, and I could only imagine how the atmosphere must have been. Of course, like I experienced a little bit of it at the Paris Olympics, but I was a little jealous, to be honest, because it seemed very, very nice, and I would have loved to go there and play. But yeah, that's how it is. But nevertheless, I enjoyed watching all the matches a lot, and especially I feel like this World Championships had so many good and close matches, and I felt like, wow, the level is so high through all disciplines and very close and tough decisions also sometimes, which of course is interesting as a spectator if you're not involved. And like so yeah, I think it was like very good advertisement for the sport. Amazing, yeah, just matches overall, but also quality. And yeah, so although I didn't play it, I would say great experience from my side.
What was your biggest surprise or the biggest upset? Because we had some not bets going on, but we were all guessing who was going to win those medals or the titles, and not everything was correct.
I mean, of course, Christiansen Bøje winning on the second day, I think it was, against number one in the world. That's pretty sick, especially with the history of Christiansen being out for 1 year. And yeah, he already performed in Macau, I think, where they also actually beat the now world champions, which is pretty tough to do. So yeah, that was definitely a big one. And yeah, of course, you have to talk about Victor Lai when you talk about big upsets. I mean, who would have guessed that this guy would get a medal at his, I think, very first World Championships, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
also,
I don't think even Victor Lai would have put his money on him.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, that is obviously such a cool story, and I think also first medal for Canada, maybe overall or definitely in the men's singles category. Yeah, so you should write a book about it, I guess. It's such a cool story. Yeah, and then like I also wouldn't have guessed with the Malaysians winning the mixed doubles, to be honest. Like even on the semifinals day, I was giving all the other pairs a little bigger chance, to be honest. So yeah, kudos to them. Very well played. And yeah, I mean, I also personally like them very much. They are entertaining to watch, but also on a personal level, just super nice people, which is nice. So yeah, congrats to them. Well done.
Isn't that they almost split months ago or 6 months ago, or they had to maybe split the mixed doubles?
They definitely had a difficult time. I'm not sure about splitting. Unfortunately, I'm not enough involved in the World Tour at the moment. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
I also don't know.
Yeah. I think I heard some rumors. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and Victor Lai.
I was going to say we kind of totally overlooked Yamaguchi. I don't think anyone of us even thought she had a chance, and that's the thing about her. She's just so quiet, unassuming. She's never she just had a record equaling third World Championships, and she smiled.
Did you see? Everyone said, "Did you see the celebration?"
What celebration?
What is your
I think I
honest
celebrate
opinion
more when
about
I get
this?
breakfast in the morning.
I mean, like, yeah. But when I think about it, like, of course, we want to be successful as athletes and maybe enjoy our time and stuff like this. But I personally feel like we also have a little bit of a responsibility to make it fun to watch our sport. And I mean, she's doing everything on court, no doubt about it, to make it fun to watch. And I enjoy her highlight reels and stuff. But nevertheless, I mean, playing with the emotions a little bit, also with the spectators. And I mean, some people are really outgoing and also even involve the spectators, like when they shout to them or like whatever you can do to interact with the spectators. But I feel like it would be so nice if there would be more to it than just a smile. But yeah, maybe that's just my thinking.
Yeah, I think everyone's different. I think it's so funny because you initially start a sport because you love to play it, and then you get a little bit better, and then people start watching you play it, and then you get onto the world stage and a lot of people start watching you play it. So it's maybe not the it's maybe that aspect of it is kind of snowballed for her, but she's remained just playing it for herself. And I would say that I think there's plenty of people doing behind the scenes things and showing off on social media and playing to the crowd. And if this is the way that Yamaguchi goes down in the history books, then I think that's fine. I think she's just stayed her. She's never changed. She's never tried to be anything that she's not. And she seems quite content with her badminton, and she didn't look sad to win the World Championship. She didn't look like she was happy, but yeah, I don't know, I think it stands out to me because it was so understated rather than everyone does big celebrations. I think it's just very cool that she was like thumbs up, little smile, back to the
Act normal. Yeah.
To be honest, I would like to see her and Anders Garo playing mixed service together and winning a big tournament. Like, the difference in celebration would be so funny.
Or Anders Antonsen also.
Yeah, same.
Definitely. Oh, that would be good. Can we organise that? Does anyone know how we could go about doing that?
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. I have no idea. But yeah, I think obviously from a spectator's perspective, the more engaging way is more fun to watch, and that's why people hope. I guess more people are hoping that more outgoing players get those titles and involve the crowd a little bit more. But as you said, Kirsty, if it's just your type, if she's so calm inside and so intrinsic in her celebration, you can't force her. Maybe it also would totally throw her off if she would try to, you know. So yeah, just a different type of person. But yeah, I also didn't have her on my list at all, to be honest. Didn't see that coming.
Which is crazy because she's what, like 4 in the world probably. But I as well. I was
fifth,
five.
Right?
Yeah. So I was also thinking Anse Young, and if it's not Anse Young, I'm thinking Wang Ziyi, and if it's not Wang Ziyi, I'm thinking Chen Yufei.
Yeah.
And you know, and then you get to Yamaguchi, but yeah, we forget that she's done it time and time again, and she's been world class for 10 years.
True.
Yeah. I think my personal favorite moment of the World Championships was actually those two moments. The one when Christo won his first game against Shiuchi and the arena was exploding, and the second moment when Thomas won his it was second game against Anders. Coming back from, I don't know how far down he was.
From the dead.
Yeah. And he was like really going with the crowd and was hyping them up, and they were like, I had goosebumps. I was up there with the hooligans and filming from up there a little bit. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, home crowd advantage can be so cool if you can use it.
Yeah, there's something in that for sure. I think we can't do any science. What's the science behind it? I guess it's just like positive energy on your side. You want to show your absolute best. Yeah, I don't know.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all experienced it that like at 1919 in the third set, like there's just this one more shot coming over from us, and like you get one more, and like just this little bit of extra whatever it is,
magic.
And and I feel like when you're playing at home and the crowd is really hyped up and you just have this feeling like it's there from 0-0, and you just get one more over and just one more, and it's so annoying for the opponent. And yeah, I also don't know, of course, what it is, but somehow it is there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it was really, really cool for them to have the Tom and Delphine, the French mixed, in the semifinal and getting those this medal. But I would have loved to see Christo, you and your brother, and maybe even Alex going a few steps further and make this arena explode even more. That would have been so cool. But still, it was an amazing event from my perspective.
It was nice, and yeah, as you said, it would be nice to have one medal for the men's singles as well, because I think we are 3 men's singles who could have, with maybe also better draw, at some points, because playing world number 1 and world number 2 at last 16 is pretty tough, but that's how it is, and we almost got them. So let's stay positive.
Yeah, and the wheel keeps on turning. You are already out there again, and I know that you have to leave in a few minutes. So maybe we can just talk about what's going on for you this week and how you feel just stepping on court again.
Yeah, well, now I'm back to Hong Kong, and honestly, I pretty like this one because, especially now with the China Open and China Masters. So the next week is China Masters, which is in Shenzhen, pretty close to Hong Kong. So I think it was time for them to swap it.
That was smart from them, yeah.
Yeah, yes, one of the things. But just it's a nice city and good food, and just maybe a tricky hole, windy, and you can always see surprises first round and second round here. But everyone's playing except I think Kunlavut and Anders. Shiuchi as well not playing, but everyone's here because the World Tour is just following, and the 750 next week is also pretty close, so it's convenient to go and play those both tournaments in a row.
Did they fix the leak in the hall in Hong Kong?
Don't know. I know we had a typhoon yesterday, so we almost got our training cancelled. But we could go, so let's stay positive.
Yeah, I have never been to Hong Kong without some drama. The first year I was there, it was 2019, and there was the riots that were going on.
Oh yes,
with the Hong Kong independence and everything, and it was really scary. Like roads were closed, like the place was barren, just empty. Businesses were closed down. It was pretty scary. And then I think a couple of years when I was there, they just had a typhoon. Everything was flooded, and roads were closed, and it was pretty scary.
My first Hong Kong as well, there was a typhoon right before, and we had water in the gym, so we had to go to another hotel by bus.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was weird. But Hong Kong.
Weird.
Always a little bit of drama, but they make up for it with the welcome dinner.
I just wanted to say it.
Yes, go Marvin. Tell us about the welcome dinner.
It's so good. Yeah. This is really one of the things I always looked forward to during a year. Welcome dinner in Hong Kong. So nice.
It's just the best buffet with entertainment that you've ever had. It's sushi, it's all Asian dishes, it's Italian dishes, it's meats, it's desserts, it's oysters. That's not important, Christo. It's it's incredible.
Yeah. Agreed.
But
should they do it before the tournament, to be honest?
Yeah. What? Doesn't
make
sense.
Yeah, because if it's at the end, there were not going to be too much players.
That would be smarter from them because it would be a lot cheaper. For them. But
I think the players that would go would make up for it because they would just eat so much more.
Yes,
True.
Fueling for the end.
But before, was it like a ritual, normal to do a welcome dinner, or I don't know, because now it's only Hong Kong. I think we had India Open a few years ago. We had a welcome dinner, but that was only once. Now there's no anymore.
It's not very
Indonesia
standard.
Open also had it.
Indonesia Open 2021 or 2.
I think when it was in Bali, we had dinners. But the year after, we went to a Sky Bar. I think it was an opening dinner as well. Yeah, that was nice.
Because the year that they had the Indonesia Open and Masters back to back, because through COVID they just wanted to keep everyone in the same place. That was really nice. That was a good dinner as well. That's the thing. Whenever they put on a welcome dinner, normally it's pretty good. It's really good quality, but not many tournaments prioritise that. in terms of budget, I would guess.
What day is it?
Also
is it Sunday?
Monday.
When do they do it?
Monday
evening, yeah. Well, Hong Kong dinner
so if you play in the morning,
was yesterday, so
gotta keep it low.
a bit heavy.
That's why Christo is only playing Wednesday this week.
oh yeah, lucky. Had time to digest, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you're playing Ginting tomorrow, right?
Yes, Anthony Ginting.
Nice.
So you can get some advice from your brother, basically.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. They played a really nice match in Paris. Of course, I'll be looking this match, but I don't have the same game as my brother as well. So, yeah. And the hole is very different. I know he's a very skilled and fast player. And, you know, he had good days and bad days. And especially on good days, he's a really tough opponent. So, yeah, I'm getting ready for tomorrow. I know it's going to be tough anyway. And, let's go.
You already mentioned the hall, and that was like the first thing that came to my mind when Thommy just said you play Ginting. Like in this kind of hall, as you said, like it's really, really difficult to play. And I mean, Ginting is one of the fastest players out there, and he might take advantage of like not being able to control the court as easily as it is maybe in a slower hall or with easier conditions. Like, what do you think about a match like this in a hall like this? Like, would you rather have it in another hall, or like, what are your thoughts?
I'm a bit mixed because if it's like perfect conditions, then it will be also another game, and it would depend on how he will adapt and how I will adapt. I would say in like this hole, very tricky. It's gonna be mostly whoever makes the first mistakes, or whoever just have one shot back more. And he's for sure a player who's risking a lot, attacking a lot, and it's going to be a different game if it was like in perfect conditions and good lift and good length and the clears and slow rallies. So, yeah, I think also you have good and bad side. So there's probably a lot of free sets tomorrow. I don't know how he will play also tomorrow. So yeah, it's me to adapt also.
Question for all three of you players. Thommy, you're included in this. When you play against an opponent in a specific hall that might be quite tricky, how much do you play against the opponent and how much do you play against the conditions? What percentage do you put on that? Do you concentrate on the strengths and weaknesses of the player, the opponent, or do you think, I know I can't do this from this side, and you focus more on the conditions?
Yeah, I think that's a question for me. I think I should.
Yeah, you take this one. You've played in all the big arenas, Thommy. Hit us with it. What do you think?
Usually I would answer this one, but I'll leave it for Christo and Marvin now.
Let them say something. You've talked too much.
Marvin, let's go.
Okay, I would say I definitely had matches where I played 100% the hall and 0% the opponent. Like, I remember Kumamoto Masters, for example, where it was crazy wind also from one side, and like it was not about the opponents anymore. It's like getting the shuttle underneath the net at one side, like knowing that any lift will go out and really going forward, and like just very tricky conditions for everybody, and the one who gets it under the net wins basically. So yeah, definitely 100-0, but also the other way around. If it's like maybe just a little bit of wind to the side, then like everybody knows it, it's normal. You have to be aware of it a little bit, but in the end it's more about playing the right shots against the opponent that you're playing today, and then you do this. But it can be very different from like hall to hall, and also maybe opponent.
Yeah, that's honestly something I like work on every single time I play a tournament. Like, how much do you play against the hall and how much focus do you put on the opponent? And it might change during the match, because you might like get used to the hall and your shots are like fitting in better, and then you can focus on the opponent. But yeah, it's something that I think that's been the toughest thing for me to learn over the years, because your training hall is a little bit trickier than our training hall, I would say, but ours is a perfect little. Ours is small. There's no wind. Yeah, so it's hard to train for wind when there's no wind.
Yeah, I remember one instance. Actually, it was Hong Kong Open where Mark and me played Kim and Anders. And back then we were underdogs far, but we managed to play actually quite well and get them into a third set. We unfortunately lost in the end, but after the match I talked with Thomas Downguard, but the coach back then, and I asked him like, hey, like, what did you guys do? Of course, you can't go into details, but like, do you have anything, like, we have an okay relationship, so I hope that I could get an advice from him. And he was like, to be honest, Marvin, we didn't play you guys today. We focused 100% on the hall, and we basically did not really care what you guys are doing. We just wanted to play the conditions, and I think we did that better today, and you guys didn't manage to handle that. And we were very young back then, maybe 20, 21, and I was not experienced. So for me, it was like an eye-opener, like, whoa, okay, like I didn't expect that at all. I thought he would come with, oh yeah, here, you know, from this side, you were just not attacking good enough, and there we could take advantage or whatever. But like this 100% focus on the condition was something completely new to me. And I really tried to take this into consideration from that moment on a lot more. And yeah, as I just said, I also did that a few times in my career where I focused on it 100%. And I'm actually very, very grateful for that advice, because it helped me a lot during some of the matches.
Yeah,
definitely. Well,
interesting.
Yeah, speaking of drift, I think Thommy might have experienced the most drift ever, because you just got rid of the walls and you've been playing some air badminton.
Yes, I just came back from Baku today, where they had the first ever official European AirBadminton Championships.
Amazing.
And as it was the first ones, there is no real national team or anything, so I had the chance to join and play actually a little bit. And that was really interesting. Yeah, as you say, outside wind is a huge topic. I always hear that from you guys, but that was the first time I really experienced it, how hard it can be. And I mean, they have this air shuttles that are a little more stable, I guess, than the normal shuttles made from feathers that we have in badminton. But yeah, it's a totally different game. So you can't really. In the beginning, it was like, okay, you can't really swing at all. It's more like really everything is a
touch.
Stick. Yeah. Just want to have really short movements so you don't miss. And yeah, you have no front court. It's in the sand. Completely different. But it was amazing. We had so much fun, and we're also quite successful. Yeah.
Oh yeah, how did you do in this European AirBadminton Championships?
Glad you asked, Kirsty. Germany took a little gold medal in the team relay. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're back on top. No, that was really cool. Yeah, we had a really good team tournament. Even though I wasn't really part of that, because from day 2 I was a little
drunk.
sick. No, not drunk at all. But just completely knocked out from some virus. So after day 1, where I participated in the first group match, I was basically knocked out until the end of the team competition. I just made it out of bed in the evening to watch the final. But yeah, I couldn't really. I was completely dead. And then the next day, when they had started triplets events, like 3 versus 3, and then we were only 4 guys. So I was sick, so they had 3 left, and then the other one, Fabian, was also sick on the next day. So I had to jump back in and play. And yeah, that was also a really cool experience. We got silver there, lost against France. Christo is gone now, but yeah, that was a really cool experience. And we're gonna play a lot more AirBadminton now because we're going to the World Championships. Let's go!
Woo!
Nice.
Where are they?
Near Dubai. Near Dubai, somewhere in the Emirates.
That's gonna be incredibly hot.
Yeah, in December. Yeah, but potentially, I don't know how hot it's in December over there. But
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's tough to
Probably
train now
hot.
here in Germany. I came home. It's cold. It's raining. So how do we train for the next few months in the sand?
Bingo card. Talking about the weather.
Oh, it happens every time.
I love it. I love it.
But last little shout out to the organizers. It was a really cool event, and AirBadminton is way more fun than I expected. I didn't really give it too much attention so far, but it's really fun. And it works way better than I expected also with the wind. I don't know how it works if you just play at home with no walls around it or anything. We were in a little beach soccer stadium, so that I guess that helped. But it was also at the sea in Baku, so there was more wind than here in Germany potentially. But yeah, I think it's worth trying. Yeah, go out and play. Yeah.
Yeah. Badminton anyways.
Yes. And now, Kirsty, you have to run, right?
I have to run. You guys keep chatting, but it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
As always.
Thanks for joining. We
No
start
problem
with
at
4,
all.
we end with 2. Bye, Kirsty.
Yes, the last German standing, hey?
Yes.
Okay, see you guys. Bye.
Take care. Yeah, what a dropout rate today.
Yeah, true. 50%.
We make the best out of it. Yeah. But Marvin, how's it going for you? How is your training going? How are your partners doing? How are you doing? When is it going back to court for you?
Yeah, actually last week I've been in Denmark for league matches. So that was cool also to get out again, and I brought Catherine with me, which was also really nice for her, like to get her mind on something else than just being at home. I mean, of course, the tragedy is not that long ago, so it's nice to get our heads a little bit onto something else. Yeah, and the team matches went okay, I would say. Pretty tough loss for me on Tuesday evening with Bjarne Geis, actually. He's also now in my team. We lost in the third set against Villiers and Matthias Thury. But overall, the team won, so that's a good one. And on Thursday, I played actually against Kirsty. Well, not me myself, but the team, which was interesting. And unfortunately, we lost 4-5, which really hurts. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Would have loved to get her point of view.
Yeah, true. Next time maybe. But yeah, they are the reigning champions actually. So it was a good fight from our team, and I think we can be okay with a 4-5. But yeah, nevertheless, of course, you always want to win. But the ride back was really tough. We played in the north in. Like the club is called Vendsyssel, but I think we played in Frederikshavn, and it's like a 5-hour ride from there to Copenhagen, and we left the hall at like 11 p.m. So yeah, we were home at 4:30 in the morning, and the body was hurting so much, and everybody was tired, and yeah, so not the best, and I feel like I'm still recovering from this, being as old as I am, or my body at least. But yeah, nevertheless, good week for us. Good to have something else, and now back to training. Yeah, and still 3 weeks for me actually to go until the next tournament. We will play the Al Ain Masters, like close to Abu Dhabi, which is a Super 100, so World Tour also now. And yeah, I think so far actually it's going pretty well. Every time I step on court with Tuk, it feels good. We are both like in okay shape at least, and get trending better, I would say. And yeah, it's a lot about confidence, like getting the movements right on court, who covers who, and like yeah, just having these details a little bit more sharp, and we can definitely feel improvement there. Since Canada already, like a lot, especially in these like small small rooms between net and mid court where it's just about like tiny details. Do you stand a little bit here or a little bit there? Do you cover outside? Do you follow up at the net? How far am I behind her? What's my body position? How far do I lean forward to be ready to step into the shuttle and stuff like this? So very nerdy, I would say, but it's fun to do it. And so some days the body maybe doesn't feel that great because it's tough, and then you have to fight through it. But on the days where it actually feels good, it's really nice. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Looking forward to see you back on the court playing. And you say you start with the 100. Is the HYLO Open something that you can play this year, or is it
we
too
will
early?
for sure enter, and I think right now on our notional ranking would place us at around like 38, maybe 40 in the world, something like this. And with HYLO being a Super 500 and having a qualification, it should definitely work to be in the qualification. And depending on who will enter and maybe also even drop out after 3 tournaments in a row already with Finland, Denmark, and French, like we have a good chance, I would say, to end up in the main field, which of course would be really, really nice at the home tournament, and maybe even with a chance of going a little further. I mean, we definitely have the level when we play our best. So, and as we just discussed, also with the home crowd cheering and like looking back at the history, HYLO has definitely been one of the best tournaments for me regarding spectators and fans and like the feeling on court. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I hope we make it. And big thing for me this year, maybe the biggest actually.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm also really looking forward to it, and it's gonna be a little highlight at the end of the year, kind of. Yeah. Is there anything? Do you play anything after that?
Yes.
Obviously.
I don't want to say yet which one it is, because like others, will or will not enter tournaments and stuff. So I will not give away what we will do in the end of the year. But yes, we will definitely play a few more tournaments back at the end of the year.
Amazing. Perfect. Marvin, do you have anything? Because
Congrats
I'm
on the European Championships. That's a big thing. It must feel amazing. But other than that...
Yeah, I never thought that I would ever be European champion in anything.
See?
that is actually quite surprising. I selected the team, so I selected a really good squad around me.
Good job. And you pulled yourself out of the deal with the virus, so very clever also. Play.
Getting out of the pressure, and then coming back in the. I think I stepped back on court in the triplets semifinal. So that was also, I didn't really know if I was able to be on the court for the whole match because I was really dizzy in the beginning. But then it worked quite well, better than expected.
But can you switch? Is that possible?
In the team event, you have 4 matches. You have men's double, women's double, men's triple, women's triple, and you play until 60 points, and you play 1 match until 15, and then you switch discipline, and they keep the points and keep going. So in the beginning, you also have a coin flip, and then you can determine the order of matches. So that also it helps a lot if you win that coin flip in the beginning. So you put your weakest discipline to the front, because then you can only be down by 15, and in the end you can come back. So it's a super interesting system that I've never played before, but in this event it's really cool actually. And for us it worked quite well because we won many coin flips. Strong at the coin flip.
Nice.
What was the question actually?
If you can swap out in the when you're 3 against 3.
You can not in the team tournament, but in the triples tournament you can. I think you can switch 3 times per match, and you can have a maximum of 4 players. So one that can come in, and you can switch 3 times per match. Yeah,
nice, interesting.
And it was really really interesting system.
Cool.
Yeah.
When I'm retired, I will join.
We talked about how good all of the players would be, because it really is totally different. And obviously, I think if you would play a little bit of air badminton, you would definitely be really really good, because obviously many skills that you bring from badminton are also super important. But yeah, you just move different, and also in the triples, you cannot hit the shuttle twice in a row, so you have to rotate a lot. And
Very tactical then also. Yeah.
But I think most of the teams honestly haven't played too much of air badminton yet.
Yeah.
So we could, because we were actually a little bit scared if some teams actually practiced over the summer. Some didn't at all, and we were like, okay, maybe if they have the tactics a little better than us, that could be difficult. But in the end, it worked quite well. But yeah, that's something that you can really work on. And I think if you find those spots, how to make the other guys move and rotate, and find some spots there, some gaps, that can be really interesting and also super tactical. I think it would be a good game for you.
Nice. I love to hear that.
Yes, so if that sport develops, it's definitely something for you after you retire from professional badminton, because then you can sit in the sand. It's a little more friendly for all your joints.
That's exactly what I just wanted to say. Reading my mind.
So maybe like between senior tournaments and professional career, you can switch in a few years of air badminton, or maybe you
Sounds
can play
great.
both. Yeah.
Or switch to golf, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I will. If I still will be selecting the air badminton team when you retire, I'll reach out.
Okay, perfect. Deal.
Then I don't have. Then I can focus on media work.
Nice.
And coaching, of course.
Yeah.
Air badminton coach.
You will have so much more experience than me by then.
Yeah, let's see. We will see. But yeah, that was really cool. Really cool experience.
Nice.
Marvin, thanks for joining again. And
Thank you, Thommy,
thanks
for
Kirsty,
hosting.
thanks Christo. And yeah, thanks everyone listening. As usual, thanks for tuning in. And next week we have another guest episode. That's something I can already say. And then we talk again in 2 weeks, Marvin. Hopefully.
Sounds great.
If it fits the schedule.
Yes, for sure.
Perfect. Take care.
See
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.